Welcome to the Magic on the Inside podcast by the Sisters Enchanted, where we chat magic, hot topics, personal development, and good old-fashioned life. Brew up something delicious and sit with us for a spell. Welcome to this episode of the Magic on the Inside podcast. I'm Sarah, founder of the Sisters Enchanted, where we have been bringing magic to the masses since 2016. And we believe that when more people practice witchery, when more people set intentions and create them into being, the world becomes a better place. And we want to help you do that here. And thank you so much for listening in on this podcast episode where I am chatting on three learning blocks, I guess we'll call them, that keep people from fully diving into their tarot practice and using their cards in a way that feels great for them. So, you ready for it? It's a quick tip episode today. Me solo, and here it goes. The first thing, I want to pause for effect and let people guess. You guess in your mind. In your mind right now, guess. What are the three things you think I'm going to say? Learning blocks for tarot. What do you think gets in people's way? All right. The first one, dun, 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 memorization. Memorization, friends. Everybody trying to memorize the tarot card meaning. So let me tell you, I went to school to be a teacher. Fun fact. You might know this, you might not. I am certified to teach the kids in public schools. I have my master's in education and lots of specialty in kids with learning differences. And I can tell you, if there's one thing I know to be true, trying to memorize stuff is only going to get you so far. You really learn by doing, and it's no different with tarot than it is with anything else. Getting in there, using your cards, exploring them, using them in different ways, being examining the images, writing about them, talking about them, comparing them to other decks, two different decks together, really interacting with them and in a sensory way where you're able to look at them, write about them, talk about them, compare and contrast. That's going to help you learn about tarot and learn the cards a heck of a lot faster than memorizing is. Now, of course, there are some tricks around memorization. You know, the aces all have similarities, the fives have similarities, the tens have similarities, the deuce. There are some tricks that are going to help you to memorize the card meanings faster, but ultimately memorization is a block for so many people because there are 78 cards, and when they're reversed, they're different. And some authors and illustrators take liberties in the cards that make it so that their card meanings are a little bit different than what you might see if you were to just Google, hey, what does this card mean, right? So memorization, that is the first block. And how to get past it? Start using your cards and use them in a variety of ways and explore them more intentionally. So check out my last podcast episode for that tip. All right, block number 2. Drum roll, please. I need one of those soundtrack things. Is that how you do a drum roll? I don't know. Anyway, I ignore that. Just edit that out. Drum roll, court cards. Court cards are the second thing that I think keeps people from really learning to use the cards and enjoying the experience. Now, court cards, I'm not going to lie, they are tricky little buggers. If you're stuck on them, we do have a few podcast episodes way back earlier on. You can search through our archives for those around the court cards. But learning to interpret the court cards as energies rather than as specific meanings or representations of people or situations is going to be game-changing for you. Game-changing. So understanding the court cards as an energy. And from there, that energy can be applied to the person you're reading for. If you're reading for yourself, that might be reflective of you. That energy might be reflective of a situation. It could be reflective of something that's happened or something to come. You know, that's all going to vary depending on the other cards that you pull. But understanding them as energies is really going to help you get past your block around court cards. They are not as complicated as people make them out to be. Not at all. Energies. Start understanding them as energies. All right. The third thing that I think really trips people up and holds them back from moving forward with their tarot practice. It's an unexpected one. Anyone got any guesses? You can't answer me because this is a podcast. The answer is tarot spreads, card spreads. That's right. I said it. I'm saying it right here and right now. Card spreads. They can actually be a really big barrier to using, learning, and feeling comfortable with tarot. And that is because card spreads add another layer to everything that you're doing. Now, if you consider the different card meanings and everything I said about memorization, so if you're already faced with a bunch of cards and you don't understand them fully, you don't know what they mean, and then maybe you pull a card on a placement in a card spread and it makes no sense to you. You cannot, for the life of you, reconcile how that card would be relevant to that position, right? Or occasionally I see it like this. Maybe it's, what do I need to release to find happiness? And then somebody will pull like the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Pentacles, which are like happy, abundant cards. And people are like, so I need to release abundance and happiness? Like, I'm not understanding. And of course, if you're a seasoned tarot card reader, you know that there are levels and there's nuance, right? And in the other cards, that's going to matter. And that's where your intuition comes in, really, is to help you sort through that. But if you're just starting out, some of those cards on different spread placements can just add a whole other level of confusion that is not helpful. Not helpful. So that's why I love the idea of getting to know your cards and just doing some simple 3-card spreads, or not even using spreads, just pulling 3 cards and reading them as a story or a sentence as you get started. And I think that can be way better and more useful for people who are just starting out. If you are, again, a more advanced reader listening to this, then you're probably past all this. You probably know all the cards, you understand the core cards, and you can sling a card spread, as well as anybody. You've probably done it a whole bunch of times. If you're really new, though, those are the things that get in the way from learning tarot and feeling comfortable using your deck for yourself or for other people. Memorization, the idea that you need to memorize, getting stuck on the court cards, and then using card spreads. I do think that card spreads they're fun. We create them all the time at the Sisters Enchanted. We love them. They're helpful. But they're not if you're brand new. And that's where just like 3 cards, 2 cards, reading them as a sentence, left to right, or as a story, I think can actually help you to improve your intuitive skills and start to trust yourself more. So those are my things. Those are 3 things I think that get in the way of people actually learning and feeling confident in using tarot. Memorization, core cards, and card spreads. I said it. Everyone loves tarot spreads. Everybody. Whenever we post one on social media, it's like very popular. So that's how I know everybody loves them. But I do think you don't always need them, and they can get in the way if you're new to tarot. So I threw down the gauntlet there. Put the spread aside, read your cards like a sentence, like a story, and just get into it. Okay, you've heard me talk about it a million times. I'm going to talk about it again. Tarot Throwdown. If you're not in there, join. TarotThrowdown.com. If you register right now, you'll be in for our birthday event May 23rd, or the replays. We're going to have a full day online virtual live event for you to celebrate our 5th birthday. We do it with a tarot party every year for the last few years, and we're carrying on the tradition this year. We also have a bonus module on tarot and storytelling when you register. So you are going to learn all about some storytelling strategies, if that was something that sounded interesting to you. There's so many bonus lessons in Tarot Throwdown, it's ridiculous. So get yourself registered, TarotThrowdown.com. Check it out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the episodes. That really helps us out in getting the word out about the podcast so that other people can hear cool tips like the ones I gave today and strategies to move past their blocks. And yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here as part of our community. We appreciate you, and we're awesome because you are awesome. And until next time, I hope that you have an enchanted rest of your day ahead.